gonna do that again.
The grass is greener on this side. So what we do just to get by. The grass is greener on this side.
So soulful, don't you agree?
The grass is greener on this.
Lakshane here. We're here with Matthew Craig here from AU Dollars, the head honcho. He's had an incredible journey from a lawyer to a music mogul to an artist, and now heading up Marshall Street Studios and AU Dollars, curating Australia's music scene. You've personally been, like a mentor for me in the music scene, and I really wanted to do this session today where we get to know each other, our whole journey in terms of where we started, where we come, and what's kind of coming next. And I thought, podcasts are super overrated, they're super saturated. I also thought I'm not important enough for people to sit down and listen to for 30 seconds. So I thought we'd do it over a bit of a golf session.
Have it, see how we go.
Yeah, dude, great having you. I'm looking forward to it.
Let's get it.
Pleasure.
To heaven, watch my OG get dementia. I never met a businessman as nice as I sound. Resume, respect.
What's one belief that you used to have that you've completely let go of now in life?
Whoa, great question. A belief I used to have that I've now completely let go of. I think, to be honest, it's probably around success. It's around achievement. I guess brought up, in a capitalist society, you have these ideals of what making it is, of what like success or achievement or purpose is. And I guess growing up in a capitalist society, a lot of those ideas for me were fueled by metrics, by money, by numbers, by status, by clout, by all those sort of things. And I've been lucky enough, I guess, on the journey to taste some of those in different respects, but have found that joy for me and achievement comes in simplicity. It comes in values, it comes in family, it comes in love, it comes in experiences. So I guess probably that's the biggest thing that I'll let go of is measuring success in a capitalist lens about how many zeros in the bank or how many likes or followers or whatever, and focusing it more on energy and experience and treating life as a journey rather than a destination. I think that's probably the biggest thing, is then moments like this, that's achievement for me rather than how I perform at golf. Who fucking cares? But the conversation and linking with good people and enjoying the sun and the air and stuff, simple things, yeah. I think that's probably the biggest transformation, is the older you get, the more joy you find in simple things.
I sing the blues and I know why.
I don't know where that went. Sean, dude. Clean. Man, this guy, fucking tiger, bro, good shit.
I don't usually hit them this good, I'll be honest.
Shut up, man, this guy. So when you said, you changed how you see, this belief of success for yourself, what made that shift happen for you? And when do you think that happened?
I think it had a lot to do with just identity and maturity, like starting to ask myself what I valued compared to what I thought others valued. I guess so much of, especially when you're caught up in the music industry or the entertainment industry, a lot of it's about perception from other people and status and things like that. And I guess as I got older, I started to realize after experiencing some of those things that they don't fulfill me as much as other things. And honestly, I don't really give too much of a fuck what people think. And so, I'm a bit of an introvert. I enjoy being at home with my dog, getting out on the golf course, being around small groups of people. And I think one of the biggest things I noticed in the entertainment industry, especially my role, as a curator, as a host, as a studio head, is I have exponential amount of relationships with so many different people, but they're this deep. And then what I figured out, and they're very transactional. And what I realized that I crave in my life is less relationships that are much deeper.
Nah, too far. Fuck! Too much, too far. Can't always get it, bruv.
Nah, not enough on it.
Matthew Craig gently caresses the ball. What did I get in the first one? I think one thing that I really resonated with you was, like I said earlier, the Brown parents. You studied law, and then you quickly transitioned into music. It's similar to me how we kind of rebelled against our parents' desires and wants.
Yeah.
When was the last time you actually questioned you're actually on the right path? Did that come to you?
Yeah, yesterday. Every day, I think, but I don't think that's a dangerous thing. I think it's a healthy thing to always just check that, recalibrate, reflect. I journal every day, I meditate, I do things like that. So I ask those questions daily. Not so much out of doubt, but out of clarity. It's does what I'm doing still align with my vision? with my values, with the destination I want to get to, and also understanding that things change and that's okay. I've pivoted multiple times, not like whole careers necessarily, but like maybe the value proposition of what we're doing. For example, like $80.
Yep.
We do hip hop media traditionally, but really my focus is on artist development and artist discovery. So it's like, if my values are about that, about empowerment, about discovering, and about helping grow new artists and doing things that are tangible, then if I'm only driven by big viral content and international artists, well then I'm a little bit off track for what my purpose is. So I ask those questions all the time. It's like, where does this sit with what I want to be doing? Just to make sure that I'm on the right track. But also I have existential crisis like everyone and think, am I doing the right thing? When there's bills due and I've got no money in the bank account and I'm like, fuck man, my homies that I went to law school with are earning, $250,000 a year, that sort of shit. I'm like, oh, maybe I didn't choose the wrong path, who knows? But I think it's healthy to ask those things.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, because that's something I definitely ask myself a lot of the time as well. And just like you said, from law to being an artist and to managing artists to starting $80. And then, you've been offered positions at really big companies, big streaming services, and, you made the choice at that time to say no. It seems from the outside that you're really in tune with who you are and what you want to do. I don't think a lot of people have that, and people do pivot, people are lost. But, the fact that you keep saying no to, metrics a lot of the time is pretty powerful.
Shot, got some distance on it.
Hit the water tank, that's all right.
Oh, you dog. Feel that one.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you didn't get that one. Matt, what part of your success do you think is not replicable?
It's not replicable. Yeah, that's a great question. Me. I think I look at my success is, as I said before, I don't really care about metrics too much. I care about experiences. And I look back on some of the interviews I've done, and my favorite moment during an interview is when, similar to that, is when someone responds to a question and goes, that's a great question. That's the best question I've ever been asked. Yeah. I love that. I've always wanted to talk about that. Yeah. Like when I get that moment in an interview, and it's happened on, you go check the channel, it's happened on multiple times, that for me is magic that can't be replicated. And that's because I know myself how much prep I do, how passionate I am, how driven I am. And also, to be honest, the thing I focus most on when I'm doing an interview is less about the question I'm asking. It's less about how it looks. It's less about the direction. It's all about being 100% present. And I do that because I take a genuine interest in the people that I connect with and the people that I interview. I turn down a lot of pitches that I get because I only really want to interview people that I have a genuine interest in, because I can't feign that. And so those moments of rapport, of that magic that happens when two sort of kindred spirits or two humans connect on something, there's a mutual exchange of energy, that can't be replicated because that's years of study, that's dedication on my that I've committed to it. And it's also just a genuine interest and love for the art form that I'm doing. So I look back on some of the chats, whether it's like Killer Mike, Ari Lennox, Getz or whatever, these are people that I've looked up to for a long time. And that for me is the success that can't be replicated. One, because the factors that contributed to that moment can't be replicated or duplicated. But two, the success in that moment is me connecting with that person. It's not about the views. It's not about the cloud around it. I just got to, Wiz Khalifa I got to interview and smoke weed with 2 weeks ago. And that for me is the success. The success was the moment. The success is not the content afterwards, for me anyway. So you can't replicate that experience.
Yeah. Matt, did you see mine?
I thought it was just like pretty much where you are. I thought it was near the...
Yeah, I can't find it.
You might find it, you never know.
It could have, if you wouldn't have music, you could have landed itself on the course again. Like, it's hard, man. This guy, are you like curving it on purpose?
Lakshane, your other ball's here. You can see it.
Mine's there.
Yeah, you can see it. It's way better shot.
We're Gucci. We're Gucci. We've made it. Thank you, bro.
You're right.
Knew I made it.
You've been on a pretty wild journey to this point. Like not only going through music, but career, working for a big firm, and then going out on your own. Pretty roller coaster journey. What would you say you're most proud of? Not only business-wise, but life-wise, coming up from Lanka, growing up, and now running your own business, engaged.
I think my ability to adapt, I'm pretty proud of. Coming from Sri Lanka to here, studying biomed and then going to consulting, that was a transition. going from acoustic music to transition to R&B, then, you know, completely, you know, dropping my ego from a big consultancy to starting my own company, taking on an internship. So my ability to adapt, and I think most proud is that my determination, just like you said, my grit to stick it out, see it through. And I think over time, that also gives me confidence.
Yeah, cool.
In terms of like I can always do anything. I'm parting this because I lost my sand.
Don't let me ruin your vibe, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. We gotta stay authentic to ourselves. We gotta stick to our strengths, man.
That's it, bro.
We just don't add this part in the video.
Oh, should have taken the flag out, you idiot.
9, bloody hell. I was 5 on the green, man. Do you think ambition and peace can coexist?
Ambition and peace? Absolutely. I think absolutely they can coexist, but I think ambition needs to be measured in the context of the self versus the community. And I think that's, like, for me, they say the root of all evil is money. I disagree. I think the root of all evil is greed. And I think the placing the self above the other is where we get problems. So ambition and drive to have self-actualization or even to be wealthy, I don't think that's inherently a bad thing at all. But it is when it becomes the exploitation of others. And that's where I think the issue is. It becomes about dominance, or it becomes about, me and mine versus everyone else. And the biggest example I can see of that is like in Western capitalism when it comes to how we treat the environment. It's like we've only got one planet, and destroying the resources of it, like we need to live in harmony with nature. And so I think that's the perfect example, because this ambition of greed and dominance and of like, GDP growth and exponential growth year on year on year, it's not sustainable on a planet that's finite. And that's where I see the problem of the intersection. If we want to say, look, we want to have a planet where we can generate wealth and feed people and people can have good lives, that's okay, absolutely. But what does that look like in context of all the externalities that present themselves? I think often we get caught in this selfish or individualistic mindset that ignores all the externalities of our behavior, all the other factors that can impact on us or that we impact on others. For example, we need petrol to run our motor vehicles, and then there's spills that happen and contaminate rivers or whatever. It's like we need to factor that into the thinking. Number go up is not an outcome in itself in my mind. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think wealth creation and growth are great things, but it's like when you ask the question about ambition versus peace, it's almost like peace to me is about sharing, it's about commonality, it's about community, and ambition sounds very ego or self-driven, So I think absolutely it can exist, but ambition for the greater good, I think, is a great thing. It's like, I can be the best version of myself because I am, because we are, not just because of me. Because people like to say, I did it all on my own, I did this. The truth is, no one does anything on their own. Like, there's 8 billion people on the planet. We have interactions with other human beings every single day of our life. And I think that's where it's got to come into the lens that if I enable you to be the best version of yourself, that doesn't mean I can't be. We have this FOMO mentality or this deficit mentality. It's like, my ambition's the most important thing. Fuck everyone else. I won't help out anyone else because it might inhibit my ambition. I think that's bullshit. I think it's the exact opposite. I think you get better the more you empower other people. And if we have that community lens about why don't we all grow together, that's where I think success looks like, sustainably, long-term, empowerment-wise, building into the next generation. Otherwise, what's it good if I achieve all my ambition and then future generations are fucked, bro? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it,
Yeah, from a communal standpoint, absolutely. I guess like within yourself, do you think you can be both ambitious to a degree? Like your ambition, like you said previously, was vanity, metrics, and all these kind of things. Do you think there is a means to an end when you pursue ambition? Do you think after a certain point it ends and then you transition to peace, or do you think both of them can coexist together?
I think it comes back to finding purpose in it. When I said earlier that my metrics and vanity were my outcome or my ambition, it wasn't actually my true ambition. I thought so because that's what the world was telling me that success looked like in the entertainment or music industry. Actually, what I enjoyed was creating art and telling my story and being authentic and having space to be creative and to bring something in the world that's never been there before. Like, that's actually what I enjoyed, but I was told by the world and the messages that get sort of beamed into us that, no, success looks like this. You need to achieve these things to be successful. And then when actually, no, that's not what I want. So it's like, I think you've just got to be receptive, But coming back to core identities, what gets me out of bed in the morning? What do I enjoy? What's my purpose? Like living a purpose-driven life is the most important thing to me. So I think ambition can come with that, but coming back to that old concept of like self-correcting, self-reflecting along the journey every step of the way.
What you're saying is it's subjective to that person in terms of what ambition is. Yeah. So finding your true passion or your purpose is the first thing, instead of putting your goals as to what someone else told you. For example, you might be the spiritualistic person, but you might have been led wrongly by an ultra-capitalist who said numbers and money is the only thing that matters, right? And now you're pursuing something that's not true to you. So I think, yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Just finding your purpose, finding what really wakes you up in the morning is the first thing, and putting your ambition towards that purpose.
Yeah, and you're a product of environment. And that doesn't just mean the people you surround yourself with or the spaces you're in, but like you are what you eat. Like what are you consuming? Media, books, knowledge, teaching. Like what you feed yourself is what you will pull back out. So if you're spending your whole time scrolling Instagram looking at like Insta baddies or like, what do they call them, finance bros or whatever stuff, then that's going to be what you chase after, because that's what's influencing you. Yeah. So I think that's super important, is understanding the spaces that you're operating in physically and digitally, and what am I feeding myself, and that's the energy I'm going to pull back out.
100%, man. And I think a lot of the Western world does get caught up in the wrong things, and coming from Sri Lanka, and I'm super grateful, like for me to even do my business, like it's because of Australia's infrastructure, it's due to the regulations, the fact that, to an extent, business can operate without too much issues, too much bad things happening. And like just like the thing you said about Instagram and just being conscious of what's going on around you in your environment is a super mindful thing, because I used to be in that world, right? Music, finance bro, Dubai bros, the Insta baddies, and like we all get caught up in it, but just kind of pulling yourself out of that. And
does it feed your soul at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Or does it make you feeling shit about your soul? And that's like, if I'm looking at something online and I feel worse about myself, that probably says enough. You know what I mean?
That's a good signal. That's a good signal to look at. All right, let's get it.
Kicking back, looking at the green, off the green, feeling mean, stroke so clean.
You gonna drive this?
That's what happens when you overcommit. See? When you try too hard, you try and push the limit, that's how you fuck up. It's about being risk averse. Get in. Yeah, nice part.
We're back, baby.
Game on.
What's your favorite Lankan dish, bro?
Lampreis, easy.
Lampreis, hey.
Easy, every single time.
Good choice. Good fucking choice.
Yeah.
That is a good shout.
Yeah. You?
Man, you know what? I reckon a nice village Sri Lankan rice and curry, bro. Like a proper rice and curry from like Gaul, like the south area. Can't beat that, man. There's all the condiments, on the
big spread.
Sambal.
Yeah, so you gotta have sambal, bro.
I had some last night, actually.
Yeah?
I had my fiance's family over, so they're mainly Chinese.
Yep.
Cooked them, I'm like, you guys are eating Sri Lankan tonight.
Yeah, nice.
Got them the kottu, got them the sambal.
Kottu, beautiful. Bit of mango chutney?
No, I didn't go that far.
I love a bit of chutney, right?
I made a cashew curry.
Yeah, oh, yum.
Yeah.
Oh, got and ruined Christmas, Matt. Yes. That's gone.
You mind if I grab another ball?
Another ball?
I'll buy you back at 3.
Ah, you're right, bro.
Shot. Beautiful.
Should have just done that at the start rather than playing around with different clubs.
I think there's a reason both of us like golf. And I think it relates to how, we've had this somewhat chaotic career in our lives. And, how would you say golf relates to life?
Yeah. Well, I first got into golf from my grandma. So my grandma, Sri Lankan woman from Kandy, I remember staying at her house on the school holidays, and because she used to play regularly, and she would take me out to play golf when I was a little kid, yeah? And for me, it was just all about hitting the ball as hard as I could. But she used to use it as an opportunity to sort of teach me and pass wisdom on to me. And she always used to tell me that golf is more in the head than in the hands. And I didn't really, as a kid, I didn't understand that. And for me, it was just about hitting the ball as far as I could. And she was like, it's all up here. And she would try and use it as an opportunity to teach me about patience. I was a bit of a hot-headed kid. And then only as I've got older, now in the last 12 months, got into the golf, that my grandma's words to me as a kid are starting to echo back. And I reflect on it now and I understand the importance of what she was trying to tell me, is that I find golf is so much like life, because you get stressed out by so many different variables and factors, but you can only hit one ball at a time. Like, it doesn't matter what happened previously. It doesn't matter what's happening ahead. All that matters is your vision and focus and temperament and being present in the moment and making clean contact with the ball. Everything else, the wind, the weather, the trees, is all irrelevant if you can't do that. And so that's what I've learned to be in life as well. It's like, life's chaotic, as you said. There's ups and downs, there's journeys, there's stresses, but all you can ever do is be present in the moment. And I think that's what I like about golf. It's a lot about getting to a journey, a destination, avoiding hazards along the way. And ultimately, you're doing it solo. You've got a caddy there, you've got friends with you. That's all well and good. They can support, they can give you expertise, advice, but you got to hit that ball, and you've got to have the ability to hit that ball regardless of how you hit the last ball.
Yeah.
And no matter what you did before, it has zero impact on you now, apart from your mental state. So I think that's the biggest thing with life, is that golf has also given me the opportunity to enjoy a recreation or whatever, but during that time to maybe think about what's going on life and how I can apply some of that golf mentality to life. So I think that's why I enjoy it. It's they say something about when you hit your 30s, you enjoy golf, but I think it's got to do with a maturity and life thing as well.
Dude, 100%. I just learned that today, and dude, that's so powerful that you learn, golf from your grandma.
Yeah.
Sri Lanka, what a story. And that's how I see it too. It's like, it's you versus you. It's just you on the ball. It doesn't matter how you gotta, recompose yourself after a really bad string of hits.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You're here now. You still got a chance.
And also, like, it doesn't matter who you're playing with.
Yeah.
Like, if they play good or bad, it doesn't actually affect you. And I think life and business is like that as well. It's so easy to look at competitors. Oh, they're doing this, they're doing that. Well, it actually means nothing unless you're making good contact with your ball, bro. Like, if your backyard's messy, why are you fucking stressing about someone else? So, yeah, I think that's important. There's so many life lessons you can take out of golf.
Wow, that was eye-opening for me too, man. That's incredible. Yeah, really good answer.
Sweet. No. Hopefully I hit them all right today.
Yeah, we'll keep going. Awesome.
Oh. You ever seen that done before?
No, I've never seen that.
Me neither. Where'd the tee go?
Where's someone here?
Did you get that on camera, by the way? That's amazing.
Shot, bro.
Four!
Matt, that was an awesome session, dude. Yeah. Look, one more question before we close out. Going forward, you've been through this journey now. What's one principle that you're going to stick to when it comes to, choosing direction in business, in life, in relationships?
There was one thing my dad taught me at a young age and that I've maintained all the way through school, through business, through life, whatever. And that's just about leaving things a bit better than you found them. So I think that's an approach that I try and take to all circumstances, whether it's business, whether it's relationships, whether it's friendships, whatever. I just want to make a positive impact in any space that I'm in. And I think that's an approach that we can just take to life, like, cleaning up after yourself, like just doing little things to ensure that the footprint you leave behind is better for the next person rather than impacting their ability to succeed or whatever. So I think it's that. So however I walk in life, I just want to make spaces more positive, a bit more beneficial to people. And so afterwards, when I'm long and gone, people can reflect and go, oh, he was a pretty good dude. He tried. He tried to make things a bit better. And so that's it. If you can leave things a bit better than you found them, if I can do that for the rest of my life, then I'll be pretty happy, I think.
Wow, powerful, man. Amazing, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. It was a lot of fun. We'll play again soon.
Yes, sir. Matt's one, because that's one he just gave me. Sounded. We're going to lose balls. We rediscover.